Well, apparently all the other wreckers have temporarily broken down and are currently under repair. So we're the only working wrecker right at the moment down here at Memorial Weekend in Dresser, Wisconsin. And we're heading out to Scruff to grab another one. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's broke. But,
I think it was a blown transfer case and transmission.
Abby thinks it was a blown transfer case and transmission. I don't know. We'll see when we get there. How's the weather today?
It's nice.
Nice?
Yeah.
It's getting kind of hot?
I think it's like 80 degrees.
It's getting kind of hot.
Sorry about it.
That's all right. The best way to recover this truck. Oh, the wrecker? Yeah, I just had to put a master cylinder on it. We had brake pedal fade real bad. It was bypassing, or the master cylinder had an internal leak. First, we thought going uphill would be the easiest, but when I found out there was a log underneath it, I decided to get out and take a closer look at the situation.
So what happened? We broke. It's down in there good. What'd you break?
Transmission.
Oh, no more R or D.
Don't move at all.
After more assessment, I decided that it would probably be better to take the truck down the hill rather than trying to get the rear up over the log that probably took out the transmission and the transfer case. Well, I don't know if you noticed, but I sure didn't. Cameraman Gene wasn't behind us anymore. So cameraman Gene made a wrong turn. So while we were in the middle of this recovery, to my surprise, my phone rang and it was cameraman Gene telling me about another recovery. The Gladiator pickup he found. About the same time I got the call from Gene about the stuck Jeep Gladiator truck, I also heard over the radio one of the other trail guides call it into the trail shack. Because none of the other wreckers were available right now, and we were in the middle of recovery, the trail shack informed him that he'd have to wait. Because the cross member was in front of the log and the rear end of the truck was kind of deep into the mud, I decided that lifting the back end out would probably be the best. I would still have fun. Absolutely.
looks like he's got a little NOS in there, Troy. So be careful. Yeah, little can of NOS right there.
Oh yeah, that'll get you.
Yeah,
Every time.
that's 20 horsepower right there alone.
That's probably what broke it. Too much power.
They were making jokes about the empty NOS energy drink can in the back of the truck. Meanwhile, there was a little humor going on where Gene was too.
I'm sure this guy is saying, what a fine mess I got myself into. It happens.
I think Ashton's coming out. Is this Punked? Punked? Are you on Punked?
Yeah. Well, you know, today is a day of bad decisions.
If you could only read my license plate. Go on the back, my license plates are a bad idea.
And this is one of them.
A couple of his buddies had actually pulled out some lawn chairs to watch the entertainment.
I bet you a U-joint, that's what happened.
Yeah, it's nice to have a cheering section.
All right.
Yep. I don't know, I guess I can still should have brake.
After we got the back tires up out of the mud, then it looked like it was safe just to pull it down the hill.
What you got there, Eric?
We got a yellow recovery rope.
I don't know if those work in the mud. I think those yellow ones only work in the sand. Thank you. Right, exactly.
Well, we got him down the hill, but with a broken transmission and transfer case, we still had to get him back to camp. It was about that time that another trail rider decided he'd try and pull the Jeep Gladiator truck out of the mud. Now here's a common scene you see in the Midwest, trying to hook up a stuck truck without getting your feet wet. Meanwhile, we got a little game of our own going on, trying to figure out how we can get this truck turned around in the woods and get in front of it to tow it back to camp.
Well, we're going to get him up around the bend here. There's a tow truck exit right up here that goes that way. So we're going to get him around the bend. He's going to hug one side of the trail, and then I'll get in front of him. We'll pick him up.
Well, looks like they got it out, but he's got more of a problem than just being stuck.
Nice pull, by the way. Can we ratchet strap the axle to the center, or is it completely rolled out anyway?
Hey, he wasn't kidding about his license plate. We're ready to go back to camp. While we were taking this truck back to camp, one of the other tow trucks became available and was dispatched to the Jeep Gladiator.
He doesn't follow directions.
hooking up to the shackles and hopefully get it onto some solid ground and figure out what to do from there.
The easy exit for him was out to the racetrack, but the monster trucks were running, so they had to wait for a while.
Axle too long.
Broke the knuckle, right?
Thanks for watching, BSF Recovery Team. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and maybe we'll see you out in the woods.